If you guys are already seeing this, welcome in. I'm just getting all of the software going here and getting started. We should be going live. This should be working. We shall see. All right. If you're joining me over on YT, FB, or IG, welcome in. I'm Charity, aka NiceComps. We're going to do quick shipping today. This is going to be short and sweet. But I wanted to at least pop on here and say hi to you guys today. So let's get our TT friends welcomed in here as well, and then we will get started. So we're going to be shipping stuff from eBay, Poshmark, and I don't know. I had a guy actually that was supposed to get something on Depop. We all know how that goes. But it was, we had been chatting back and forth. I just wanted to see, he was waiting for his paycheck to get deposited. So we do have one item on Depop that we're going to be doing today. So Jersey girl in Georgia, welcome in. Nurse is here. Well, hello, Nurse. Happy Friday. Guys, it's Friday. TGIF. GG's BIGP, welcome in as well. Yeah, so I've got the chat up over on YTIG FB. So if you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, feel free to ask in there, whether it has to do with reselling, shipping or not, I'm down. Or if you want to, say something because you're a TROLL, those are always fun too. So, yeah, so I'm over there. I will have the chat up. I'll be going back and forth in between my screens, though, so if I don't answer you right away, that is why. I am certainly not trying to be rude. I just don't see it immediately like I do on the TT. Yes, so I am going to check and make sure this is working on all the platforms. Dizzy Karma, what's up, Buttercup? Mary's here, John. Guys, we're going to get started in just a second. I'm just making sure that it is working, that this is working on all of the places. So we're about to find out. We're going to find out. Maybe. Hey, if you guys are on... Is it working? It should be. If you guys are over on IG or YT or FB, can you just let me know if you guys can hear me? I hooked the microphones up all by myself today, so it could be interesting. This could potentially work or not work. Mo Thrifty Gang, welcome in. Wow, Pickles! Danielle, Lauren's here. All right, you guys, like I said, if you can see me over on IG or anything, Hillary, happy Friday over on YT. I'm assuming that means that you can hear me over on YT. Good to see you. And if anybody's over on IG, just let me know if you can hear it. I do, you guys. Technology and we, it's a love-hate situation. And so, like I said, I hooked this up all by myself today. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's working. Sarah, what's up? If it's not working, I don't know what to do about it. So I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Okay. So like I said, this is going to be a super short and sweet, shipping today. So this is just everything that sold, yesterday. So this is not like days of items. This is just a couple items. We're going to do a quick video today. And then I'm going to get to work today I'm going to actually be photographing some interesting stuff today. I was going to do it on camera, but I think because it's kind of weird and I'm going to have to like unfold and do a bunch of stuff, I'll show you what I mean. So I got some cool stuff. So I went to this garage sale. Oh my God, this poor woman, you guys. I get there and I could tell that she had been like crying and having like a rough night. So I just asked, because I'm a human being, like, hey, are you okay? Is everything okay? And she was like, yeah. She's like, we just lost my daughter-in-law. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, yeah, it stings. It was pretty recent. And I was like, you're having a garage sale? She's like, I have to. She's like, I had to get some of this stuff out of my house. So I just decided to do a sale. And she was so sweet. I gave her a big hug. I felt terrible for her. What a horrible thing. But I got a great deal on some stuff, and she got to get a little money, and she got to get some stuff out of her house, which is what she wanted. So, God's in the house. What is up, you guys? Okay, so I'm assuming I didn't get any messages about it not playing anywhere. Hillary says coming through loud and clear. Yay! Guys, I may have hooked the microphones up all by myself correctly today. Bree, hey, Biscuit. What's up, baby? What's up, Biscuit? Thanks for the follow, Mia. Sweet Friar's here. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right. If anyone that's one of our subscribers, guys, if anyone that is a subscriber of ours, I put a new sticker in here, and it hasn't been used yet. I don't know if anybody has seen it, but it is in honor of our very good friend, Mr. I Can Hustle All Day. I think it's funny. I hope he thinks it's funny. So if you're one of our subscribers, you should be able to see it and use the sticker. I need to list, but gymnastic competitions have taken over. Oh my goodness. Those are two totally drastic different worlds, right? Hey, Kathy. Okay, yeah, so I wanted to show you guys this stuff because I'm not going to photograph it live because I'm going to have to unroll all these bulks and take up the whole room. And anyways, so this is what I got from this garage sale, guys. I got all these. I got each of these bulks for like a couple dollars a piece. So the first one is a bulk roll of fabric. It's the Joker from some store. I'm not sure where this is from. But what I'll be able to do is sell this by the yard. So I just have to measure these out. There's an okay amount of the Joker here. So I got the Joker. I wanted to show you guys on here because I thought everyone would appreciate it. Unless you guys are not interested, and then I will just get straight to shipping if you don't want to see these. Either way. I'm excited about them. Okay, next one I got there was this one here. So it's a Houston Rockets. Check it out. And there's a good amount. Look at all that. There's a good amount of fabric on here. So originally this was $11.99 a yard wherever this was sold. I have no idea how much it is now. But Houston Rockets. So I got a bunch of that. A bunch of Houston Rockets. Do we have any Houston Rockets fans? Any fans? You guys are quiet today. Chat. It's freaking Friday. What is going on? Let's go, baby. I've been up since 4:30. Let's do this. Okay. Next up, we got one that's like a fleece material, which is really cool. And it's a Houston Astros. I need those pins. Celtics, says God. All right. I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any Celtics. I did just list a Cubs. No, it was not Celtics. Gosh, Celtic stuff gets sold really fast for me, actually, when I think about it. The Celtic stuff I've had sells like, y'all fans, like, buy it up quick. Vintage says your hair looks cute. Thank you. Do you like my roots? Oh my Lord, look at that. Woo! She's got some light colored hair coming in. You know what we call those? We call those sparkles. We don't call them GRAYs. We call them sparkles. So anyways, this is a Houston Astros fleece. And look at this. Look at how much there is, you guys. Look at that. So got that one. And then what else do we get? Another Houston Rockets. And this one has a ton. Look at all that. Oh, look at it. So much fabric. So we got Houston Rockets. And this stuff looks older to me. Like, not crazy old, but it's got some tin to it. So it's definitely not like Y2K or vintage, I don't think. I wonder if there's a date. Let me put on Old Eyes. I am actually kind of curious what the date on this is, if there's one. No, there's not. I'm going to have to look it up online and see if I can find it anywhere. I have never sold fabric like this by the bundle. So I'm going to be selling it by the yard. So I'm going to see how that goes. I kind of did a little research and looked at people. I haven't comped these specific ones, but I went and looked up like how people are selling it on eBay and stuff. And it looks like they sell it kind of like by the yard. So I think I'm going to try that. I don't know. Mine are glitter strands. Dizzy, you're a woman after my own heart. I like that. And then we've got Dallas Mavericks. And this one does look either this is a Y2K or it's a reprint to look like that because it's just an older looking design, I think. And then, can you believe I got all these for like a couple dollars a piece? This one's awesome. Look at this Texas one. Super cool. So Texas Rangers. And, I mean, this is actual official, like, MLB fabric, too. This is not just, like, knocky. This is, like, good quality, like, actual fabric. You know what? Riz, hello, McFly. I'm going to get a hold of Riz and ask her how I should do this. What was I even thinking? And then last but not least is another thing of the Dallas Mavericks. So I know this has nothing to do with shipping, but that's what I'm going to be taking pictures of today. And I'm just going to ask Riz, like, what is the best way to photograph it? What's the best way to sell it? I'm thinking by the yard is my thought, unless that's silly. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts or opinions on that. If you do, if you've ever sold fabric before, I am absolutely interested in what you have to say. So feel free to comment. Okay, let's get these couple things shipped. Like I said, it's only a couple things today, guys. This is everything that sold yesterday. So first thing we've got is something I just listed. Now, this is a good example of an item that, one, it sold because of the keywords. And two, yes, I could have gotten more for this. So I sold this shirt for $27 plus shipping. I could have gotten probably $35, $37 for it. However, I want to sell things and I want to make money and then I want to buy more things to sell. So I'm okay with letting stuff go. This is a super sick, like, Wrangler's Aztec Pearl Snap button up. Western, as we know, is so crazy, insanely hot right now that, you know, you're able to get more right now than you would normally be able to get for something like, this is a Wrangler. It's not like anything like super crazy name brand. It's not like it's an Ariat or something like that. So I paid $1 for it at a garage sale, and it sold for $27 over on eBay. Dee, welcome in, you guys. Helly, thanks you guys for sharing this out. Thanks for the hearts, too. I really appreciate that. It lets me know that I'm at least adding a monochrome of value to your day today, hopefully. Okay, so we're going to put a sticker in with our shirt here, and we actually need to bust out. I'm going to need to bust out another pack of stickers today, guys. We are selling a lot of stuff, and so things are going fast. Oh, I've got the perfect sticker. This is the perfect sticker for this item. Check it out. Guitar, Western country music. And are you guys interested in what I put for the keywords on this? Let me know in the comments if you guys are, and I will open up the listing and go over them real quick for you. So I truly believe that I'm able to sell the amount of stuff that I sell because of the fact that I use keywords in my descriptions. And I will die on that mountain, 100%. So, because before I was using keywords, my sales were down, like, way lower. Like, I would sell, like, I don't know, maybe like 1 or 2 items a day. Now I generally sell 5 to 10 a day, depending on like paydays and stuff like that. Where at the end of the month, this is still post-Christmas, so I'm really only selling like 5 to 7 a day right now. But I think that's still great compared to where it was before keywords. So that vintage store says, I'm always interested in your keywords. AZ's in the house. Hey, AZ. That was a great live. I missed the first part of the little bit. I joined in, and then we had some interesting news yesterday that I'm still working through. But so I was gone for the first part of that Riz, but then I caught the second half, and it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Okay, so let me take a look at my keywords for this, and I'll just let you guys know what I put in here. So I think one of the things that I did, so I'll tell you my title first, was 90s Wrangler Western Aztec Pearl Snap Short Sleeve Button-Up Shirt, Men's XL VTG. So the year, the brand, the description of the item, whether it's short-sleeved or long-sleeved, men's size, and then if I've got anything at the end, I'll usually do vintage or streetwear or West Cowboy or whatever on this. With this one, excuse me, I only had room for 3 letters. So we did VTG. And then in my description, my keywords were Western style, vintage, 90s, 1990s, Aztec, Southwestern, baggy and loose, very important, retro, ranch, rodeo, and Santa Fe. So those are all of the keywords I used for that. I listed this day before yesterday, and it sold. And there's plenty of Western shirts up for sale. I really do truly believe that the keywords make such a huge difference. Good afternoon, Groovy Thrifty Duckies. Good to see you. Do you use hashtags, says Nicole? I do not. So I use, I just put the keywords in, meaning I just put words in. So if you go to my eBay and you go to any of the listings that I have, if you scroll to the bottom of any listing, you'll see a bunch of words and then usually a number. And that is the keywords and then my SKU number that's at the bottom. So yeah, so it doesn't need to be a hashtag. If you use something like Autoposher, then, or I guess it's going to be called Nifty now, but we're going to call it Autoposher for all intents and purposes. So Autoposher is going to take the words I put in as my keywords, and it's going to appropriately put it in the right places on the platforms. For instance, on eBay, that's where I originally list, so I put it in the keywords in my description. That's where it is everywhere. I also manually type in the item specifics where it says like theme. And then on Autoposher, it will put the keywords, it'll put them in depop as hashtags. It'll put them in Poshmark as keyword or I don't remember what they call it over there. Style tags, I think is what it's called. And then Mercari, it's just keywords. What it really is doing is it's a search engine being able to find it. So anytime you put a word and then a comma and a space, that's when the search engine, so the old googly machine, can find it. So you don't necessarily need to put the actual hashtag in it. Nowadays, a lot of things transfer over appropriately. So, Jean, I love your overalls. Aren't these great? Justin got me these for Christmas. They have like little chickens on them and a little like chicken house. And I love these things. They're so comfortable. Drying some Carhartt's jackets so we can get them listed. Thrifty, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Get them Carhartts up. This is a perfect time of year to be selling those, that's for sure. Okay, so this shirt is under £1, so we're going to go ahead and ship it straight out of eBay. If it was over £1, I would be shipping out using Pirate Ship, which is free to use. It'll just save you some money. If you do flat rate. If you do calculated shipping, then that's not important for you. But if you do flat rate shipping like I do, then Pirate Ship will be your bestest friend of all time. So this is 12 ounces. It is, we're going to put it as 8x8x3. They paid $5.99 for shipping. That's probably about what we'll pay. We're paying $5.14. So we are making, I don't know, 70 cents or something on that, which almost covers my original investment of $1. After all the eBay fees and everything, we're probably going to clear 21 bucks, I think, something like that. So not too bad for $1 pickup at a garage sale. Southern in the house. Hey, if you guys haven't seen Southern's story, I don't know if any of you over here on TT are on IG. If you're on IG, go straight up and look Southern Treasures. Her story today, it's the second one in. Her story is so funny. Oh, this is staying in Texas too. That's nice. Yeah, her story is of her building that snowman the other day. It's really good. It gave me a good chuckle this morning, for sure. Yeah, snow. Man, I'm happy that's gone. That was such a weird little, storm thing that we had. So strange. Oh, I've got a reel coming soon. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Brittany, welcome in, you guys. If you are new to the stream, like I can see a whole bunch of new faces in here today. Or I should say new names. Well, I can see your faces too for those of you that have your pictures up. I am Charity at aka NiceComps. I am out of basically Austin, Texas. I'm south of Austin, Texas. I'm in a small town though, so most people have never heard of it. And I am the holler for $1 girl. I try to buy as low cost as I can. I sell a lot of bread and butter stuff. I sell a lot of vintage Y2K. That's kind of my jam. I also am into video games and anything nerd culture at all because I am a giant, massive nerd. You know, people say I'm a nerd. I'm like, no. You don't understand. I fall asleep to Star Trek every night. That's the level. So not that I'm trying to one-up nerd anybody, but I'm into all that kind of stuff. So that is me. Okay, the next thing we've got here is a pair of Nike shoes. And I don't know, some of you guys may have seen my post about these. If you haven't, pop over to, I think it's on my FB, and I think it's on my IG. It's just a little learning lesson. So, you know, I think as resellers, we sometimes blame the products that we've picked up. Like, man, nobody wants this product. And sometimes it's not the product. Sometimes it's us and how we did the listing. So, a second, I'm getting some paper here. So, I picked these up back in like the summer of 2022. I was doing a little bit of garage sailing, trying to get some inventory. I was kind of playing around with the idea of just doing this really super part-time as kind of a side hustle. I was still working my regular job at that time. And I picked these up at a garage sale, and I got them listed, and these things literally just sat, and they sat, and they sat, and they sat. Now, I took kind of a break from reselling. I had hurt myself. I fell and herniated a disc in my back, and so I was out of commission for a little while, and so I wasn't doing reselling. So they were just sitting up in my, my eBay store, just sitting, and I didn't get offers. I didn't get like nothing, and so I started to really question myself. Like, man, am I not good at spotting an item that should sell? Like, am I, like, maybe I'm wrong about Nike. Maybe that's not a good brand. Like, all these things start going through your head, and I'm thinking it's the product's fault. So, last week and the week before that, Justin and I went through all of the inventory in our inventory room. We literally went through almost 900 pieces of inventory. Pulled some stuff out that I'm just going to donate because I got no business selling something for $4. I mean, it's just a lot of like old stuff. But along our travels of doing that, by the way, guys, when you're doing shoes, make sure you stuff the toes so when they come, they don't collapse, okay? So anyway, I came across these, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I even had those, right? Like, we forget what's in our inventory, especially if you get into like the 1,000 range of items. That's a lot of stuff, right? So I kind of had forgotten I had these, and I looked at the title, and it was awful. So this time it says 2014 Nike SB Stefan Janoski's Lunar 852s, which was the name of the shoe. Men's 13 sneakers, skate shoes, and then I put the model number in. What my listing said before that was like Nike shoes, patent leather, size 13. I can't remember exactly what it said. Like good shape, or something ridiculous for the title. The description was this long AF AI. The Stephen Janoskis are known synonymously. So if you're a collector of Nike shoes, as you should be, then, it sounded like a 1950s, like, radio guy trying to sell me, like, some Alka-Seltzer or something. And it was awful. I hadn't put anything as the theme. My pictures were atrocious. Like, the whole situation was just bad. And so I fixed this up. And guys, I may have already fixed this listing once. Like, it's not like, as you get better at this, you get better at this, right? Well, I am a big, you guys probably are tired of hearing me talk about this, but I am a big proponent of this gal. Her name's Laura. Her business is Wild and Almost Free. She doesn't do, like, she's not on here a ton, but she is she's a reseller, and she makes like $100,000 a year. And I know that she makes that because she like lives in my vicinity area. And I know that I've been following her story for like years now. And so she was one of the very first people I ever saw. So she had this reseller guide that I got. And obviously I had not read it or taken it in seriously when I originally made these. I probably actually hadn't even seen the guide yet when I originally listed these. And she teaches the 4 P's, which are product, so is your product good? Price, is your pricing good? Pictures, how do your pictures look and are they busted? And pretty words, meaning you need to fix your description. So I went in and implemented, this is just one of the many things I've learned from her in the reseller guide, but I went in and I implemented that. So we would have changed these, I think, probably like somewhere in like the last Thursday vicinity. These have been sitting in my store since 2022, okay? I changed the title, the description, the theme. I put keywords in because I didn't have any keywords in there, and they sold in under a week. So what does that tell me? Or exactly a week, I guess. What does that tell me? That tells me how stinking insanely important it is for you to make sure that you are paying attention to how you're describing these things online, especially nowadays, because everything is so dependent upon search engine optimization, or you'll hear people talk about SEOs. Everything is ran by a search engine now. People aren't just like scrolling your store looking for stuff, really. I mean, that's just not really something that's going to be happening. People are looking stuff up on Google's, and then Google's is leading them over to eBay. That's why you'll see people purchase things from you that have like 0 reviews, because they had to create a little account, or they checked out as a guest, which I don't know if you can still do that, but I know you used to be able to do that. And that's what's going to get the sale. It's not going to be because someone's just like, oh, wow, your store's so cool, I'm going to go look through it, right? So if you want to know more about her guide, this is not mine, you guys. I did not write this, so I can't endorse where the information's all from. It's all good information. I mean, she literally is the one that taught me how to do this business. But if you want to know more about it, I have a pinned video on TT. It's one of my pins. So if you find me on TT, if you're not on TT and you want to find it, I think that might be the only place it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyways, I highly recommend it. It's like $37. Now, if you're a seasoned reseller and you're killing it and everything's going good and you're not having any problems with anything, then it might be too new for you. But you know, if you're struggling or you're newer, and you're just trying to figure out, it's like a 67-page guide. You also get in a Facebook group called WAAF. And I'm in there certainly every Friday because we put like our wins up. It's just a good place. It's a good place for like resources and questions. I've kind of grown out of it now as far as like where I'm at with my reselling journey, because this is my full-time job, and I've kind of grown out of that kind of newer place. But it's a really good place to start. So if you're new or you're thinking about doing this, I can't recommend it more. There is a linky up in my bio if you want to get it on sale too. And I did check. I told you guys yesterday, or day before yesterday, that I would check to see if it was still on sale, because I think she normally charges like, I think it's like $137. I think that's what I paid for. It was $137. And I think she's got it on sale for like $40 or something. I don't even know. It's not my guide, guys, so you gotta do your own investigations. But anyway, okay, so that's enough about that. But I just wanted to touch on that because these shoes, I realized these shoes, this cute little book thing, book sticker and a thank you card. These shoes really got me thinking about like, wow, that is such a huge change to have to just all I did. It's the same exact pair of shoes that have been up for 2 years. And it was just changing the title, fixing the description, making my pictures better, doing those 4 Ps. So, Groovy says, I struggle with keywords for some reason. I'm not up on the new trends. I need to do more research. So, one of the things you can do, Groovy, is, you know when you Google Lens search something and you find out exactly what it is, right? A lot of times, there will be pictures attached to that item. So, let's say I put up I Google image a Nike Dry Fit t-shirt, right? I Google image it, and it's going to lead me to photos of people wearing that item. Then I'm going to ask myself, what are these people into? And it's going to be a guy with like, you know, pants or probably workout shorts on and sneakers. And he's going to be like modeling, looking all great, you know, in his outfit. But what does that tell me about this dude that's buying this? Well, it tells me that it's streetwear and sportswear, because that's where he's wearing it, right? It tells me it's gym. It tells me it's workout. It tells me it's maybe loose or baggy. It tells me that I want to put the word breathable because he's going to the gym. Like, where is this guy going? Why is he wearing this item? And what is this dude's aesthetic? Like, what is this guy into? What is this guy doing on a regular basis? And then I use that to describe it. And you can do the same thing with a dress. So if you Google image a dress, in fact, it's probably even easier with women's clothing. Let's say you Google a dress and you see someone wearing it, and it's some chick with a wide brim hat, you know, and she's modeling it out in the forest, or there's flowers around and the wind's blowing and she's got blonde hair and it's like, whoo, you know, what does that tell me? That tells me boho chic, hippie, cottagecore, flowercore. The other thing you can do, you know, so you're describing the person, you're describing where she's wearing it, what she's doing. The other thing you can do is type in long dress with flowers on it flowing in the breeze is what aesthetic. And type that into to Google and then see what it pulls up. Because it may say, trending now is this and that, and it might describe description words in there. Also, go into the images there, because if you put in like long, here, let's even just do this. Let's do this. Do you guys want to do this? Yes. Who is your customer? Says Scott. Let's try this. I'm curious to see if this will work. So I'm just going to go into the old internets here. We're going to do this. What aesthetic is a long flowing dress with flowers all over it considered? So let's look. So let's see. So right there, 33 aesthetics in different clothing. So you can go in there, read that article, use some of that. Look at that. We're talking about coquette. We're talking about all sorts of things. Then you can find an aesthetic. So let's just say coquette. We want to know, what is coquette? Well, I know what coquette is, but some of y'all might not. So if I go in and I type in coquette aesthetic and I click on images, I am going to get images of what that is. Then I'm going to look at this and I'm going to describe this girl. Sweet, dainty, soft, gentle, what else? Flower core. Cottagecore could probably even go in there. Retro, Barbie, pink, like all of those things. So that's how I do my keywords, is asking who is my audience, what are they wearing, what are they doing, and then also describing the aesthetic. So I hope that helps you guys out. Okay, so you're probably wondering what I did with these shoes to wrap them. Now, normally I will take a pair of shoes like this and just straight wrap them with foam or bubble wrap. However, this is super important you remember this, right? Everyone, caveat, make yourself a note. When you ship anything that's patent leather, whether that be men's shoes, women's shoes, anything that's shiny, if you put this in bubble wrap and then you ship it out, it can rub on each other and it will actually rub off the patent leather. So you want to individually wrap it in paper first, because the paper won't get sweaty. And then you can put it in here. You guys know I ship all of my shoes under $100 without a box. Why do I do that? Because I want to save money. I want to save the customer money. And I want to look like the person with the lowest shipping of anyone. It's probably why I sell so many shoes. I would say I equally... All right, actually, I'll even get braver and say this. I list more clothing than I do shoes. I sell more shoes than I sell clothing. So go figure that out. And I think a big part of that is that my shipping costs for my shoes all look lower than most other people, because I'm not using boxes unless it absolutely has to have a box or it came with a box. So by putting it in the paper and then the foam and then the plastic wrap, sure, it takes me 2 seconds longer than just flopping them in a box, and hoping for the best. But I sell a ton of shoes. You guys know that. Every time we ship together, I would say 80% of the time we ship together, I'm shipping shoes. And anyone that watches this on a regular basis can probably even attest to that. So I will die on the hill of not using boxes. So, all right, so then we're going to put this in a poly bag. We've got a little sticker. Did I put a sticker in there? Yes, I did. Got a little sticker there. Is that bag going to fit? It's going to be just short. I think we're going to do one size bigger bag. One size bigger bag. So these bags here, I do 9x12s. Here, I'll just hold this up. So I do 9x12s for shirts. I usually do 12x15 for women's shoes and pants and sweaters, small sweaters. Bigger sweaters, jackets, men's shoes over the size of 12, and then huge jumbo items. So if you guys want to screenshot that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guys want to screenshot that, that's the sizes I use. It took me a long time to figure out what sizes I like the best. And so I think I ordered like every size. And over the last like 6 months, I've really pared it down to like just those 4. And I don't feel like I ever need anything outside of that. So do you have a standard price for shipping shoes? Yes and no. So I do I have my shipping policy set up in eBay as $5.99 and $6.99, which is usually, t-shirts and long sleeve shirts. Then I do $7.99 for like things that aren't quite as heavy as a pair of pants, but they're over a pound. So let's say it's like a long sleeve shirt that's like 1 pound, 4 ounces. I'll do $7.99. $8.99 is for all pants. And then from there, it goes up to $10.99, which is usually about standard for shoes. Sometimes I'll even, if it's a women's pair of shoes and they're lightweight, I'll do like the $8.99. If we're getting heavy and we're getting into boxes and stuff, then it's usually $12.99. And then I've got $15.99, $23.99, and $36.99. But those are for like, giant things. For instance, on these, let's take a look here. They paid $10.99 for shipping on these ones. So I'll make probably $1 or so. Had I put these in a box and then package them, because these are a big shoe, guys. These are a 13. So had I put these in a box and gone through all that, let's just experiment here. So if I had to do these right now with a box. So we're doing a box, which would have been 14 by probably 8 by, let's just say 6. So if I had done these, and let's put our weight in. So our weight is 1 pound, 14 ounce. But with the box, it would have been heavier. So we would have been at probably 2 pounds, 4 ounces with all the packing paper and everything. Let's just say 2 pounds, 4 ounces. We're just going to see what that would be. So that would cost $10.67 to ship these. So most people are going to put $11.99 or $12.99 for these shoes. That's what most people would put for the shipping price, right? Now, let's take a look and see what I'm going to pay. So we're going to take this information here, and we're going to go over to, Pirate Ship, and let's see what we see. So, oh my gosh, Pirate Ship, you're driving me crazy. I keep clicking the stay signed in button, and it keeps logging me out like every single day. Let's see if it'll auto choose my password, please. Yes, thank you. Thank goodness, right? Okay, so let's take a look here and see what we're going to pay. So I can charge $10.99 because that's what people are used to paying, or $12.99. A lot of people, if they had done calculated, they would have set it at like the 3 pound option, which probably would have been closer to like $11.80-ish. But check this out. So these are going to Jacob in California. And let's measure our length here. We're going to get real specific. So we are at 13 by 9, and then 1 pound, and then 14 ounces. Let's take a look at the difference. So had I put these in a box, these would have costed me most likely $10.67 to ship these. Because I didn't use a box, I'm only going to be charged $8.53. So I'm making $2 on the shipping. That's going to go towards eBay fees or whatever platform. It also can pay me back for my original investment. Now, I probably spent $5 on these or something, I would say. I don't even remember, it was so long ago. I know the kid I got it from. He was this super nice kid. He was a little skateboard guy. He had a bunch of stuff pulled out. It was on a corner house. The house was brown. I think his name was Michael, if I remember correctly. He had a giant blanket out. I bought these. I bought a pair of Rasta Nikes. I bought some Nike Dry Fit shirts. I bought one skate shirt and a couple pairs of Levi's at that sale. So I think I spent a total of like $25 or something on everything. Super nice kid. So, yes, so I remember that. I remember the weirdest things. But I have to have a tag identifier on my keys, otherwise I lose them. So, I mean, the things we remember. But anyways, I digress. So not putting these in a box, I can still charge that box price. Now, if you don't care about making money on your shipping, and you want to do calculated shipping, and you're able to ship those shoes in a package like this, your shipping is going to look low, right? So let's say your shipping looks like $9, and everyone around you, all the other shoes that are like this are like $10.99, $12.99, $14.99, $11.99. That person is going to see your shipping is lower, and they're going to choose your listing over other people's. So I always say, somewhere, someone is charging less shipping than you, and when you meet them, they will win, right? So now I like to put a couple bucks on mine. It's still lower than any of the other Nikes were to ship online, so I'm cool with making $2, and I'm cool with still having that low shipping compared to everybody else. So now y'all are going to mark your shipping down low, and now what am I doing? I'm creating competition. Just kidding. There's enough out there for everybody. How long have you been selling for? Is this your full time? Michelle, that's a good question. Question number 1, how long have I been selling for? I started in 2022. I was a dabbler. I started by selling my mom's stuff when she had passed away. So after she passed away and I got over the grieving period, I just had a lot of stuff. My mom was a bit of a hoarder. So I definitely 100% started there. Now, I was just doing it kind of for fun money. And then I did some garage sailing. I got some stuff listed. I was doing good, doing okay. And then I fell and I hurt myself really, really badly. And when I did that, I ended up just kind of going on a hiatus and didn't do anything with reselling for a very long time. So I didn't get back into it full time until we wound up buying a house and moving to Texas. So I've been completely full time, steady since like March, April, May-ish of last year. So it hasn't been quite a year, for me yet doing full time. You're so detailed. Love it. Super helpful. Oh, thanks, Michelle. I appreciate it. That happens to me all the time with Pirate Ship. Did it logs you out, Chef? What is that? What's up with that? I'm like, yo, I'm a pirate, dude. Yarg. Like, come on, stop logging me out. What are you doing? You're killing me, Smalls. What's that from? I mean, you guys better know. Anyone that doesn't know who that is has to immediately leave. I'm just kidding. Don't leave. Okay, so yeah, so we did good with these ones. We made a couple extra dollars. I'm just putting the tracking number over in Pirate Ship, and these are going to go UPS, baby. UPS, baby. The shipping intimidates me so much. It's the reason I can't get started. Fox, I get that. It was easily, for me, the most nervous part of this. Here's what I will say. 3 things that helped me. 1, I got a notebook, and I wrote down every single weight from like 4 ounces to like 4 ounces, 1 pound, 4 ounces, 2 pounds, 4 ounces, 3 pounds, 4 ounces, 4 pounds, 6 ounces, 6 pounds, 1 ounce. I mathematically laid out 3 pages. Then what I did is I went into Pirate Ship and they've got a thing over there called rates where you can just put in a fake address and just see what it would cost you to ship an item that's 12 by 12, that weighs 4 pounds, 2 ounces or whatever. And what I did is I just chose 2 places the furthest away from me. So here in Texas, that would be like Maine and Washington. And I just went to see how much it would cost me to ship those to there. And then I wrote them down. I had an entire notebook of this, you guys. And I used that as like a key for what I was going to charge for flat rate shipping. Now, if you want to make your life easier and you want to do calculated shipping, then it's really easy. Because what you do is you take that item. So let's just get this out. You take the item that you've taken. Okay, so you've done your photos. You've got it all ready to put in your inventory. You're ready to get it listed online. Just take that item, physically package it. I know this seems crazy, but you can do this for your first 20 things or whatever. Get it together like as if you were gonna ship it. I mean, if you don't want to seal everything, you don't have to. You can just kind of stack it on top of a scale. Weigh it. Get your measuring tape. Measure it all out, and then just put it in eBay and use calculated shipping, because then eBay gets to charge whatever they want to charge. You've put the correct measurements in, you've put the correct weight in. Let them do their job. If you want to move away from calculated shipping and you want to make money on shipping, or you want to do flat rate later, you can always do that. If you don't want to start out with it that way, if it feels too intimidating. Right? So this is kind of a learning while you're earning job. And I have screwed up on shipping 1,000 times. So we learn more from our mistakes than we do from our successes, right? Lynette says, your hair is so cute today. Hey, thanks, guys. We're kind of bringing back like 1999 today. You're welcome. Foxy, anything for you. I'm always happy to see you on here. Anything I can do to help, guys. Coley! I see you over on FB. Coley might be the only person over there watching, but Coley, I'm with you, girl. Hey, you did a great job too modding for Rick, by the way. That was awesome. You did great. So, applause, a round of applause, literally a round of applause. Okay, this is taking me far too long to get so little amount of things done. I got up at like 4:30 this morning, so my ADHD today is like on literal overdrive. Okay, so next thing we've got, I actually did a post about this as well. A lot of posts about weird things this week. So this is an example of opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them and they generally stink. So I'm confident as a reseller now, knowing that when I pick something up, I'm pretty confident if I think it's going to sell. I buy a lot of stuff because it's name brand, but I buy probably even more because of the aesthetic of it. I buy stuff because I know that it's going to, it's going to make me money. I don't care really what brand it is, because it's going to be the descriptions and, it's going to be those 4 Ps. It's going to be the product, but it's also going to be, is my price good? What does my pictures look like? And can I put enough pretty words and keywords in to get something sold? So this is a Ed Hardy sun visor, by the way. It says like, what does it say? Like, love kills slowly. It's actually really cool. So anyway, I told you my ADHD is so bad today, you guys. I have to like really think about where I was. Okay. So yeah, so I was watching this, video, and in the video, this, it was a live. I think it was, it must have been a live. The person was talking about, selling something Ed Hardy. And one of the comments, maybe it was it doesn't matter. It was either a live or a post. One of the comments was, oh my gosh, I can't believe you pick up Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy will never sell. And when I read that, there was this little part of me for like 1/4 of a second that had all of those old like fears creep up, right? That are like, fear is just a lie we tell ourselves to not get something done, right? And so, but it happens, it happens to all of us. We have those little fears creep up. And when they said that, I had just listed this, like, I don't know, like a week before, half a week, I don't even remember, but I had just listed this. And it was like this feeling of like, oh my God, maybe they're right. Maybe Ed Hardy won't sell. Like, and this was a fleeting thought, but this is all the things I thought. I should have never picked this up. I don't really know what's good to sell. I don't even know what's going to be popular. Just because I think it's going to be good doesn't mean it's going to be good. Ed Hardy's never going to sell. All these things came through my thoughts. Now, if I was a newer reseller, I probably would have stuck on that for a while. I would have spiraled. It would have gone into a whole, a doubting of myself, and it would have been all this craziness. So, as a seasoned reseller now, and guys, I mean, by seasoned, I don't know if I'm seasoned, but I'm been doing this a little bit now, and I'm pretty confident. I ship a lot, I sell a lot. I was able to get that thought out of my head pretty quickly. However, if I was newer, it would have stuck around. What's really crazy about it is that I just saw that recently, and then this sold. And this is an Ed Hardy, and it sold for $18. I picked it up for like 50 cents at a garage sale. So it just goes to show, when you guys are watching videos and you're watching people, just be mindful of the stuff that they say, whether that be positive or negative. Opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them and they generally stink, right? And in this case, had I been a newer reseller and hadn't had this listed yet, I may not have listed it. So don't pay attention, let the haters be your motivators. And just know, guys, that everything sells, right? Someone out there is looking for some treasure that you have found. And, I'm not saying if you've got a $3 item, it's worth your time listing online. What I'm saying is, don't let someone else's opinion of whether or not something is good or not good take away from your gut feeling that something is awesome. Because I knew this thing would sell. I mean, it's a freaking Ed Hardy with a giant skull on it. It's in like a sick tattoo font. I mean, come on. Of course it is. Mac is back. It all depends on the acquisition price. Exactly. So if you're like, I'm always telling, and I know Surf preaches this too, and which is pay less attention always to the comps of things. It's not like there's a bunch of Ed Hardy sun visors for sale. This is like a weird thing, right? It's not so much about that aesthetic or about the what the comps are, as it is what does your gut say and what price are you getting it for. I call it cost of goods. Serve calls it buy cost. Lynette calls it acquisition price. I mean, all of those things are the exact same. So whatever that is, stop worrying so much about it. Now, if you're at Greedwill and you're picking something like this up and they want, $10 or something insane for it, then you're probably not going to, you probably don't want to pick that up. And that really just goes back to that cost of goods. So go with that gut feeling, and don't you let anybody steal your thunder and take your shine, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys are all freaking awesome, and every single one of you are going to find things for people that they have been looking for there for years. Those are some of my favorite sales. When you get someone, last week I had, or I think at the beginning of this week, I had a gal that bought a pair of pants from me. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get these. She's like, I'm buying these for myself for my birthday. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love that. Or you sell a plush and someone's like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this. My daughter lost this on vacation or whatever it is. So, sir, dude, the bells of your ears are ringing. We were just talking about you, my fine fellow friend. Southern says, I have a video about this as well. So many people take people at their word without any research. You do have a video on that. It's actually a good video. I remember that. So if you guys haven't followed Southern, she is the wisest youngster. And I'm allowed to say that because I'm old enough to be her mom. She's the oldest youngster I've ever met. Yet also reminds me of like a Disney character because she's just like bright-eyed and like she's always learning about new things and asking questions, yet has these incredible wise life lessons that she shares all of the time. And I love that about her. So yes, make sure you guys follow Southern if you haven't. Alex with the 2 X's. Hello, TGIF to you as well. Potato Books is here. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Coley says, I made the leap from Android to iPhone yesterday. Oh, no TT on here. Oh, Coley, I did not turn on my old phone. Gotta have my TT. Now you know why people are buying. Aren't there people out there buying phones with TT on it for like some outrageous price? Oh, good gravy. Which Disney character would I be? I appreciate you. Oh, man, what a great question, Southern. I'll have to think on it. Okay, I already know what it is. It's a Little Mermaid. She loves gadgets and gizmos aplenty. She's got who's its and what's its galore. She's got thingamabobs. She's got 100 of them. She has her own she cave, which is down underneath. She's got Flounder as like her, sidekick, which that's all of us Southern. We're just behind you rooting you on and hanging out with you. She's independent. She's a little naive. However, that naivety is why we love her, because she's willing to learn new things all the time. You, my friend, are the Little Mermaid. I was thinking Jessie from Toy Story. Oh my gosh. I can't talk about Jessie from Toy Story without crying because of that song. When she loved me. Oh, there it is. We're not going to go there because I'm going to literally get teary. Woo! Disney gets me, guys. I love it so much. I watch it all the time. I can't stop myself. I may or may not have seen The Little Mermaid. I actually was just watching The Little Mermaid yesterday. Did you guys know that they made a Little Mermaid series? Like, it's old. It's like vintage. I didn't know that. It's on Disney. I was excited about that. Okay, so we're getting this, guys. This is taking me so long. The squirrel. So I don't, anyone that has the A to the H to the H to the D's knows what I'm talking about. When you have this situation, if you don't get enough sleep, it's like 1,000 times worse, or at least it is for me. So two things happen. Either I'm hyper unorganized and I have a hard time like focusing, or I go into like a vortex and I just stare at something and I get nothing done. And it's like like a dichotomy. It's really weird and interesting. So this is going to Sylvia in California. So today is the hyper. I am all over the place. I am literally all over the place today. I woke up at 4:30 this morning and I just could not get back to sleep. I've got a lot on my mind. My husband is going to be completely changing career paths. Like 100%. So I am excited. He's going to be doing his own thing, which I fully support because I support the entrepreneur. The company that he was working for is going to be, I think, trying to sell their patent. So they're putting everything kind of on pause in about 5 weeks from now. They're going to put everything on pause. So last night, we found this out actually right at the beginning of Hustle and AZ's and Riz's live. You guys know I'm an open book, so I'm just going to always talk about everything on here. And so we found that out at the beginning of the video, which is why I kind of missed the beginning of it. And then I watched the video because I was like, okay, I can't talk about this. I got to watch, I want to watch this Riz because, she's like so knowledgeable and awesome and we just love her. So I watched that and I was like, okay, we'll talk about this afterwards. So we were up super late last night, just kind of making some decisions like about what we want to do. So, he's really good at like computer stuff. He's like a super computery genius guy. And I'm not just saying that, like he really is. He's just one of those people that like his brain thinks like a computer. He can solve computer stuff that he's never even known anything about. Anyways, we kind of talked last night and it was like, this was going to go one of two ways. Either he can get another job and with the qualifications of what he's been doing, he could find something. But it might not give him the flexibility that he had with this job. He was able to do this job completely remote. The company is based in Washington State, and he's 100% been able to do it completely from home, which is great because he's been here to be able to help me, and we're together, and he's my best friend. And our goal in life is to be able to, enjoy ourselves and work from home and be with our pups, and that's just us, right? And so, we talked until like the wee hours of the morning trying to figure out like, because he's got this other project he's been working on. And I know you guys have probably heard me talk about him and his other project. And he's been doing this other project for a while, but it's a completely on his own situation. And so either we decide to go all in with this other thing he's doing and put all of our eggs in the basket, or he goes and gets a job. And this another job wouldn't really afford him the time like the job he was currently at has to be able to do this. So we stayed up so late last night trying to figure out, what we wanted to do. And it really came down to like happiness. Life is really, really short. And I have gotten to see that the last few years. I don't know if just because the age I am or what's happened, but like my my aunt, who was like my favorite aunt, one of my favorite aunts, passed, and then my grandma, and then my mom, and it's just been kind of like this back to back, and then Justin's stepdad that helped raise him, and so it's just been this like ding 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 thing. And one of the things that my mom really, we talked a lot about kind of that at the end, was just like regrets or things you would change in life. And during that whole time, I didn't once hear her say, man, I wish I would have not been an entrepreneur, because my mom was always an entrepreneur. Man, I wish I would have worked for somebody. Oh man, I wish I would have saved up more Social Security. Like, I didn't hear her say any of that. What I heard her say was, I love that I got to be with you kids. I love that I got to, my mom worked really hard, but she got to do her own thing, and she got to live her life, and she got to have her own companies, and she never worked for anyone, ever, literally, ever. She literally never worked for anybody. And so we talked a lot about that. And so we talked about this business, and, Justin's been nothing but outrageously and insanely supportive about me doing this. Like, I quit a marketing career to do this and go all in with it, because I love it so much more, and it brings me so much joy, and it brings me so much happiness, and I get up every single day just so stinking excited. By the way, guys, this is a 1990s Abercrombie & Fitch jacket, in case you're wondering what I'm shipping. I wake up every single day just so happy to do this job. I really do. Now look at that old Abercrombie. That's so fun. And so I want to give him the same thing. I want him to have that. I don't want him to just go get another job and, we just truck along with our lives. And he always wonders, what if? What if I would have done my own thing? What if I wouldn't have just started working for this other company? What if? And so we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So needless to say, we were up super late, and then I fell asleep, but then my brain just woke up because I just have so much on my mind. It's like such a huge change. Exciting, but change is always scary, but it's always worth it, right? And so I just kept telling myself, worrying's like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but get you nowhere. So we're going to do it, guys. We are getting brave. We are getting bold. Your girl's going to be listing things like nobody's business. I'm going to be working some crazy hours to make this dream happen for him and for us. And if this project he's working on actually pays off like we think it will, it could be absolutely life-changing for us. So I am excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. And I support him, and I trust him, and I believe in him, just like he has trusted and believed in me. So we're gonna do it, guys. We're going in. We're going all in. This is me full-time reselling, no standard regular corporate job. This is him full-time working on the project that he's working on. No corporate job, no guaranteed paycheck, no nothing. Bottom biscuit basic situation. So I'm excited. I'm actually I should be totally and completely losing my mind freaking out. But I'm not. I'm not freaking out, guys. You gotta risk it for the biscuit, says Adsman. I feel that. Without great risk, you can't get great reward, right? And I'm doing well with reselling. I mean, I'm not where I want to be financially, of course. I'm still building my store. I'm still, I've only done 2 WN shows. I'm still working on it. We're still paying off that plumbing diabolical disaster. But you got to do it. And if there's anybody in this world that I trust and believe in, it's Justin, because he just is one of those people that, he wouldn't say that he can do this if he couldn't. He's more of I don't want to say level-headed, but he's more of a down-to-earth, but yet also outside-the-box thinker. So, I don't really understand what he's doing, because I don't understand anything online computery stuff. I can plug in a microphone and come on, here and talk to y'all. That's about the extent of my computery-ness. I can make you some great art stuff on there. I did that. I did art boards and stuff for marketing. But other than that, I ain't got nothing. And so, yeah. So that's why I'm a little tired today. Nope. No insurance. Nothing. We are going to have to get it ourselves. I mean, we're talking, guys, this is a big deal. But we're going to do it. I know that we will be successful. This is going to Colin in Washington. Speaking of Washington, that's so crazy. Oh, wow. I literally know where this is going in Seattle. There's a great little restaurant on that street. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on in our lives. So, I got a lot on my mind. So my ADHD is like literally lost its mind, but yeah, I'm excited. Some of the biggest rewards and blessings come after taking the biggest of risks. Hey, Southern, you know about that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You did the same thing with the she shed. Vintage says we did that as well, and always looking back on that time is the best times. Here's the other thing. This is so crazy. Sweet Buyer says, congratulations, we're rooting for you guys. Thank you, guys. Been there, look both ways before crossing the street. Yep, I believe in y'all. Thanks, you guys. One of the things that, his current job, it's about 5 weeks. So we've got time, you know what I mean? Like he's got paychecks coming in for a while. Because of course he'll work for the next 5 weeks and then he'll still get a little bit of pay after that. And I think he's got a little vacation pay and stuff to cash in. So I think we're going to be okay as long as we just hit the ground running, you know? So he was he always gets up at like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. So he was up this morning and working on his stuff and, yeah, it's going to be exciting. By the way, I'm streaming your lives. It's been 3 days. Oh my goodness, God. You guys, God is literally one of the most dedicated, watchers I have. Over on YouTube, literally constantly, all the time, running the videos, because I'm trying to get my hours up over there. You have to have 3,000 hours in order to monetize your stuff. I have the right number of followers, but I don't have the hours. You have to have a certain amount of hours over there. And so I'm short like 2,200 or something hours. So God's been over there just running the videos constantly so that we can get our watch hours up, which is like insanely thoughtful, especially now because life is about to get really interesting for sure. Interesting and exciting. So, you know, we have never, ever in our lives, ever made a big change like this and regretted it. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So, oh, nice. We kept this under 3 pounds. So 2 pounds, 15 ounces. So my whole life, I have had this 2025 number stuck in my head since I was like a really little kid. Whenever I thought of the future, the year 2025 is always the year I thought of. And I don't know if anybody else experienced this or that can relate to this, but 2025 has always been this year. I always thought flying cars or hoverboards, or I always saw myself as like an adult or like successful or like I'd have kids or like I'd own a home or like any of the things throughout my life that I thought I would have. I always pictured the year 2025 as like my year, my like year, which is so weird because now it's 2025 and this is happening. So that's crazy. Justin, this is one of the other things we were talking about last night. So he graduated he was born, basically born or created in 1985. He, Isaiah, my son, was born in 95, who Justin has helped raise. Yes, he's younger than me. I know. I'm amazing. In 2005, he graduated from high school. In 2015, we got married. And 2025, he is starting his own business. So it's like, it's such a crazy little coincidence. And I truly believe that you don't have things put in your space unless they're for a reason. And we have had multiple signs over the last 3 or 4 months that there was something coming, that there was a change coming, and everyone believes something different, whether you believe that's God or the universe or energy or goddess or whatever you believe. I'm in for it all. But whatever that is, it's just been like in our space, like in a way I can't even describe. It is something we have talked about a million times, about how we felt something coming, like something, like there's a change in the water, like something is changed. And for me, I thought it was just like, oh, maybe it's because I'm, streaming more, maybe it was whatnot. And you know what? It probably is all those things too. But I really think that things have been aligning in our path for this, and I'm really excited about it. Honey, I'm bragging about you.
Cool.
God, cool, he says. He's the quieter one in the relationship. Can you guys imagine if there was 2 charities? Good Lord. Wait, what are you guys getting ready to do? So Justin's going to be launching his own business. He's working on a project right now. I can't even describe to you what it is. It's something online because I don't understand it. But it's going to be great because that's who he is, and he is an online genius guy. And yeah, so we're going all in. So I'm excited. I can just hear his thoughts from the other room, like, oh my goodness, of course you're telling everybody what's happening. Guys, I always say this. I am a literal open book. Like, that's just who I am as a person. I'm an oversharer. That's how we roll. So, okay. So I picked this up at a garage sale for $2. The woman was absolutely atrocious. She was insanely mean. All the stuff she had there was like total garbage, and she wanted way too much for it. But I found this jacket at the bottom of a bucket underneath a bunch of old dusty shoes, and it was a 1990s Abercrombie & Fitch ski jacket. So I paid $2 for it. It sold for $53 over on Depop. And let's take a look here and see, because I am going to be shipping this on my own. So we will see. They paid $11 for shipping. We are going to go over to Pirate Ship and get this in. I appreciate your guys' all your kind words and support. I see it all coming in here. I've always had this thing with 5s as well. That's crazy. And that's interesting. That is interesting because you've got the she shed now. You got the whole work studio. You got the barn. Marie, thanks for the gift. JT Texas, what's up? Yeah, guys, it's going to be interesting. So this is going to Colin in Seattle. And he is going to be very excited to get this jacket. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, wait, did I already do a label? Oh my goodness. Did I already do a label? I did. Ooh, guys, I am telling you, the ADs are bad today. Oh, honey, my brain is squished today. I am all over the place. Thank goodness I live by checklists. Because if I don't, nothing in my life gets done. Okay, so we just need to put this over on Depop and put in this shipping thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so he paid $11 for shipping. We paid $8.67. So I made my money back basically for the original investment after the small little Depop fee. This had just delisted, I think, and relisted because there's no boost fee on here. So we made a total profit of $49 on this jacket. $49. Love that. All right, we're marking as shipped. We're going to put in UPS. And here we go. Mark item as shipped. Okay, that's going over here. So, oh yeah, like I said, only a couple items today. But that's just everything that sold yesterday. So let's take a look here. If I missed any of your guys' comments, sorry. I literally am just having such a hard time focusing today. Nerves, excitement, nerves, excitement. It's like a cyclone. Nerves, excitement, nerves, excitement. I'm like a DJ. Wooka, 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 wooka. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to do post office. I got to do UPS. I may have to shut my eyes for a second because literally I am like an actual squirrel today. So, Kim, what is good? Hey, thanks for the #1 gifter badge, Groovy. My pretty Lacey. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you all. I'm not going garage sailing tomorrow. I don't think. It's still pretty cold here. I just can't imagine that there's too much. There might be a few out there. I'm going to look online. But honestly, if I have to drive, money is time. And if they're all over the place and I have to drive a bunch, I have a garage full of stuff. So I may get into that tomorrow. So I may do like an unboxing thing video tomorrow. Today I'm going to work on getting those bulks of fabric listed. Have a great weekend. Best of luck. Thanks, guys. It was -7 here. No, thank you. It is sunny today. It's probably kind of cold here, but it's sunny today. So, all right, you guys. Peace, love, kindness, and all that good stuff. Yarg.